like 20% of the support cases are not technical problems.
First, I would say database, like whatever we have today, are not limited to database, will be the same as before.
What's the balance between the agent permission and the freedom?
The AI today is kind of like speeded up because AI can do more things or in a more smarter way on automation.
Hello, welcome back to Data4AI CrossTalk episode 3. I'm your host, Victor Sui, and here's my partner, Echo. Hi, Echo.
Yeah, hi, I'm Echo, your old friends here, and expect to discussion with our guest today, who are also our peer in data industry. So, yeah.
Awesome. Today, we have Yang Liu from AWS Cloud Support, 8 years in the trends, from level 4 associate to senior level 6. He didn't just watch the AI wave. He built the production micro agents that processed over 20,000 tickets. Let's hear what happens when the engineer who fixes production starts automating the fix itself. Hi, Yang. First,
Hello.
Can you give us a walkthrough? What's a typical customer journey from something broke to problem solved? And what does cloud support sit in that life circle?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is like when customer breaking something, they always connecting the support, and the most important thing as a support is just to fix customer issue as best as we can. So I think that's the most important as the nature of the support. We always trying to be customer obsession to make sure that we not just only resolve the problem, that specific problem, but on top of that, we also giving customer suggestion based on what we see during the troubleshooting. If you see something, we tell customer that, oh, this is something that not just resolving the problem, but something that you can preventing the same thing or similar stuff happens again in the future. I think that's a very important as a support. It's like you not only, I mean, of course, it's very important that you always resolving customers' issues when they need help with you. But on top of that, it's always important that we do more on what exactly customer asking. Always trying to do something more. Whatever you're finding there, whatever you're seeing there, giving the best suggestion to the customer to try to giving the little bit big picture to trying to give the best to the customers. I think that's always the most important things as a support engineering.
Just like a handyman of the cloud support for that. Yeah.
I see.
It's a very important change recently as a support is I think you might already hear from the AWS perspective from the last event that the support we are changing from like passively. Passively means the customer open the case. Or customer identify something, they reach into support. We are trying to move from the passive way into a proactive way, that we more actively finding something with customer and trying to providing things happens.
Gotcha.
Before actually breaking something. I think that's very important changes as a support.
Sure.
So we all know support is not an easy job, right? Support has a reputation, high price. You have on-call pressure. You may face the customer blame risks. So far, you already been stay in AWS support engineer role for 8 years. What keeps you to stay in this role for this long time?
Yeah, I think the most important thing I enjoy as a support is like you resolving customer issues. You actually resolving their issues. It's kind of like very direct way that customer actually breaking something.
You feel satisfied about it.
Yeah, I think that's something kind of like achievement.
Yeah,
like you're actually helping customer fix something. They are production down for whatever reason. It doesn't matter how big the issue is. It could be a tiny issue they cannot figure out, or it's really something really messed up.
So it seems you're a guy can enjoy the pressure or just to cover the pressure. Are you?
I think every time when you get a case where issue, there are always pressure there because you know customer is in pain. Like some people breaking their stuff. And it's also a challenging part. Like you don't know what actually happens. Because I mean, when you look back, you always know that's maybe an easy issue. But when you looking forward, then you don't know what's going wrong, right? You never know. And based on what customer asking, telling you, and you're trying to troubleshooting and actually helping customers resolve their issue. I think uh, that's a part I actually like to do.
Okay.
It's like it doesn't really mean it's a great achievement, but you actually feel like you're resolving something
Yeah.
for customer. Like real problem. You know they are really, you know they are actually in pain, and
Yeah.
you have to get rid of that.
You just
I think
define
that's
your value.
yeah, I think
From
that's
that.
the enjoy part as a support engineer. You know that you're helping customer actually resolve something. Yes.
Okay, okay. Actually,
Right.
also, I'm curious when a real case happened, just like I know, because in the October 20th, the last year, the
Yeah.
AWS US East one outage just to have 15 hours breakdown. And when this kind of pager just goes off or this kind of occurrence just happened, I'm just curious what's going through your mind. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's actually that's actually the good part of the actually support engineer. So
Mhm.
we have the business model is like we call chasing the sun.
Chasing
So
the sun.
you always have a different team in different geolocation
Mhm.
that actually their data to handle the same.
Sure.
So it's it doesn't really pay us at midnight. Like you will have the on-call hours,
Yeah.
but it's more like your business hours. So I think that's a good relationship as a support engineering that we always can hand over to the next side who is on the daytime. Um, I mean, unless something really bad, like again, like those kind of like large scale event that we're having, that we may a little bit overlapping with the other side, but eventually we can hand over to another side, to handle those situations. I think that's somehow the good part,
Mhm.
of supporting that we doing the chasing the model, so you don't have too much pressure, as the on call. But definitely, like you want to helping your colleagues when something bad happens, because you know that it's important that customer actually pay. That you like you're trying to do something for the customer. Um, and I think like for all those kind of like a massive, the large scale event like a region down or a down, um, theoretically, most time there's not too much things that actually supporting can do because uh, customer trust in AWS that we have team, uh, we call servicing, but like the the development team, and there's a multiple team actually involved when those kind of large scale event happens. So I think it's a trust relationship that customer know that we are actively working on to
Uh-huh.
fix it as soon as possible, and
Mm,
we do share the progress
mm,
through the health dashboard and the public post to share with the customer like what actually going on. I
mm.
think it's a kind of like a trust between each other. The customer trust AWS, trying to do as much as they can to fix the issue, and they trust it. That's even though the outage is we try to avoid it, but it still happens.
Yeah.
But I think it's like they know we are trying to fix as best we can. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is there a moment just like when the alarm is on, there are moments that you will just think, oh fuck,
Yeah.
you know, you
Yeah,
know,
of course. Like every
yeah,
time you see those, you feel that. It's like, oh, damn, it's just crashed again.
yeah, yeah,
Always feel that. Like, of course, you do.
and and,
Like,
and
you
yeah, and I'm
we
also
actually see more.
yeah,
Like, in totally we see more. Like, how it actually breaks. So it's like, fuck, like, how you can do that?
yeah, I know, I totally
Yeah, just
understand.
something like when you like I think it's just common knowledge, like it's
Mhm.
common secret. Like we do see more what exactly happens. We just cannot share it to the public.
Yeah,
Um, so we feel more like yeah, like
get that,
we
yeah,
feel more fun.
And also from my side, I in that moment I will just also have a rule that I will just blame them, just like maybe the product manager or the the developer engineering or some others. And I'm curious, how does the AWS actually just run post-mortems or recap this kind of event? Who take the hit, after all the fixed? Yeah.
We do have our internal mechanism
Uh-huh.
to the post-event analysis.
Yeah.
We call the COE, which is the of errors.
Okay, sure.
And it's always important that it doesn't matter it doesn't have to be a service done, or it could be just tiny stuff. Like you always can see in something that you can do better. And I think that the most important thing that the COE, what we do is never blaming or blaming individuals.
Yeah.
If something going wrong, it's not a individual issue.
Sure.
It's always something that we can do better, like we can add in more guardrail or better process. I think that's a good thing as the overall Amazon way, never blaming an individual. Like if something going wrong, there must be a reason that happened. So there's always saying as a team that we can try to do better to avoid that in the future. I think that's the most important things is like we're trying to identify what happens this time, and we focusing on what we can do better to avoid happens in the future. Because what happened is happened. Like you can never change what happened, and if it can happen, there's a reason it happened. So even though sometimes, yeah, you could be a CR that you actually created, breaking things, but if you think in another direction, like the CR need 2 PR at least, and it's not like you build something, like it's a team discussion on top of that. So it's never a actual individual stuff that breaking stuff.
Yeah, I see.
There's always a mechanism or processing whatever, giving the opportunities that something could go wrong. That's what we're trying to improve in the future to avoid as much as we can. So I think that's a very important. It's never some people has to be. Yeah, you can think in a way like, yeah, of course. Some people actually did that.
Yeah.
It's an overall stuff. It's
I
not
get that. Yeah, I will just always blame the colleague that I dislike most. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, just a joke. Okay,
Yeah.
let's back. Yeah. Here another question. I also get there is a claim like 20% of the support cases are not technical problems. They're mostly the customer not understanding their own data topology. So does this match your experience in AWS? Yeah.
Well, I think it's not that much, but definitely there's definitely a major issue that some customer they don't fully understanding their topologies. They have there's a couple of reasons. It could be just like for some customers, like different department handle different stuff. They never have a full pictures of the overall architecture. But from the troubleshooting perspective, you really need to have end-to-end understanding of the whole architecture because it's very important. You cannot just like have a limited view of just part of the node or sometimes like, oh, we don't know what actually in the middle is a black box. From the troubleshooting perspective, it's hard to do it that way because you never know what's going on in the middle. I think especially for the networking, from the networking, you cannot really say, hey, I'm saying mystery or black box in the middle because it could be anything. Like you say, oh, connectivity issue, like you cannot tell me, hey, you have a black box in the middle. I don't know what's going on there. Like you just break in the middle. I don't know. But definitely, it's I wouldn't say that much, but maybe customer didn't really figure out like what their actual topology is, or they didn't really realize their topology is. They just like, oh, I'm going down. I think it's working this way. Sometimes you have to tell customer like, no, it's not working this way. This is your topologies.
Oh, okay.
We need to Just go through the customer. Like this is what we see in there. Like this is it. Like we help
see.
people to understand that, or we involve different team to together to have a full picture, so they can understand in their topologies,
Mhm.
and we have understanding with their topologies, so we can do a better troubleshooting with customer to identify what's actually going wrong and what is the root cause. So I think that's a very important thing.
Okay, so it looks like it's not your team fix their problem. It's more like a corporation to fix all the problem, to leading them to understand their data structure or networking structure. So this will be
Yeah, I think it's always a collaboration with
yeah,
support team and their team. Like, because we don't really know exactly
sure.
their overall topologies. So we need to work with customers. So we always like we need to work together with the customer. We are a team when they open the case. When we join the call with their team, it's we working together to try to fix issue. It's never like we are support to a customer. Like we never kind of like be standalone stuff. Like we working as a team to try and figure out what's going on there.
Gotcha. Wow, awesome. That's a great answer. Yeah, I really
Yeah,
learned.
and I think for now it's like we have
Mhm.
after moving forward to the proactive service, we do have the dedicated support engineer for some specific customer. So I think the most important thing we're trying to resolve this issue. So we don't know the topologies
I
before,
see.
like because we never have a dedicated customer.
I
But
see.
with the dedicated customer, you have more understanding of their topologies, like you proactively learn their stuff.
Yeah.
So by actually going around there, you don't need to spending time to learn what their actually topologies is. You know their infrastructure, so you have a better understanding of their infrastructure. You know what the alarm they set up, what actually they implemented there. So whenever they go around, you have a quick idea. Oh, there may be something going wrong with this part. Because know that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like we're building a team together with the customer, so we know each other better.
Okay.
So while we do
That's
it,
clever. Yeah.
we do it more proactively way. So we know your old stuff, and you share those with us, and we can do a better troubleshooting whenever something going wrong. So I think that's a major changes from the support organization in the recent years.
You see. I see. You see, that's a work smart, not work hard. Right.
It's both. Like you need to
Yeah.
work smart and
Mhm.
hard.
Uh,
But hard is
Also,
of course everybody works.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
you have to find a smart way to actually figure out what's going on.
of course. Yeah. So my next question will be: okay, well, we know the AWS support team is a big team, have a lot of support engineer working in it, but also we know right now that a lot of companies are building their own agent right now, right?
Yep.
Does AWS supporting team you have that build a real production macro agent type AWS for ticket handling or auto diagnostics, or how do they work and what actually they can do?
I think we started building the auto diagonist tools um, for a while. In general, we call it automation. It doesn't limit it. Like for now, we call it AI, right? So before we're still doing some automation, like kind of like a predefined workflow to do the troubleshooting. I think agent is gonna be very helpful to customer and for us for support team. Because ideally, like there are a couple of things that you need to do as a troubleshooting when customer reaching to you, or some cases like, oh, this is the issue. You always need to do some like general checking or something you need to sort out. Agent is actually I would say it's a good tool. Not limited to agent, but any automation workflow. It's just helping you to checking something that you predefine. You can give a quick diagonose to see if those part is green, is good, or is seeing something there. And you can have a quick look on what might be going on there. Because ideally, the programmatic way to doing that is way faster than human doing. That's a fact. I think it's just really helping customer. They can they can some issues they don't need to actually engage a support team. Uh, so customer can already see that today when they are doing on the support console. If they open the case, we do have the itinerary workflow. They can see and try to resolve the problem.
Mhm.
So I think it's a quick turnaround. Like they just need to waiting for 2 or 3 minutes for the to running. If you can resolve it, that's good, right? They don't need to open the case for waiting for actually engineer to get the case to do the troubleshooting and figure out what's going on. Agent doing way faster.
Gotcha.
But there are definitely some issues complicated that agent cannot handle. So it's the time that the actual engineer need to be involved. Then we can quickly look on what agent already checked. So we just quickly rule out something. Oh, this is not the case. This is not. This has already been checked. I will do like further troubleshooting on that. So I think it's good for customer and for the support team to do an initial troubleshooting.
Okay. So you think like how much so do they replace human work?
I think ideally maybe 20 to 30%.
I see.
Okay. So
Yeah, but still some customer doesn't want to talk to AI.
ah,
They just want to talk to a human.
good.
But still that's fine. We
Yeah.
still finding those things we can quickly identify what's
Sure.
going on. So
Yeah,
we
I
can
see.
tell customer, hey, this is what we're finding there. Let's do it this way, try to fix it. So it's either way helping.
Yeah, get that. So agent is powerful. We will just understand that. But from your observation and the real data, have you just get the result like the agent will make some misdiagnosis?
Yeah, it does. Like
Oh, okay.
it always could happen. Like any automation, it could be going wrong.
Sure.
Same thing like engineer. Like engineer can go wrong. The same thing, the agent could go going wrong. It could be couple of reasons. It could be the workload that we not define
Mhm.
good. Some edge cases that we didn't consider about.
Yeah.
Or it's just like something really going wrong. Like, but I think the thing is like we do monitoring the
Mhm.
agent works.
Ah,
But not limited to agent. We do have the programmatically automation workflow before the actual agent happens. Like today, the LLM stuff.
mhm.
We're always monitoring the success rate on the automation executions to see how much it succeeded, and some of them failed. We always look back to see why they cannot figure out why it's failed.
Oh,
So
okay.
of course, failure, we're trying to
Yeah.
see like if there anything we can do to do better,
Mhm.
to improve the workflow or the agent to let it doing better to not fail. And we do tracking the customer feedback
So,
to see if like they have like for example 1 star.
uh-huh.
Then we need to look into that, like what actually going wrong, why they not satisfied with our answer. Is that actually going wrong,
Yeah.
or is it like they just don't like agent?
Nice.
We're gonna be looking into various detail on a specific one. Once we see that, we're gonna be looking into detail to see like what's actually going wrong, what makes customer unsatisfied the specific automation. So we always try to improve to make customer satisfied on the support. Call it.
So basically, the accuracy of the agent is higher than the human engineering, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Because
That's
the
the
agent
interesting
is built
answer. Yeah.
by a human, right? So
Yeah.
I think to me it should be the same.
Ah, okay.
I think agent definitely doing
Uh-huh.
faster, but to me,
Ah,
like a good agent should be doing same thing as a
I
human
see. I
for
see.
that specific work because we define how it should be doing the
Sure.
troubleshooting. If
Good.
it's something going wrong, that means our troubleshooting workflow as a human, I not that good.
Sure. Okay. And also you refer that your team will just monitor a lot of metrics of the agent. Basically, it's like the correct rate. But I'm also curious. Have you have your team just monitor like the permission or the what's the balance between the agent permission and the freedom?
I think that's a very important thing as
Yeah.
the permission of the agent. So we have a very limited permission of agent. I mean, again, not limited to agent, any automation workflow.
Yeah.
Especially for the mutating calls. Mutating calls,
Sure.
like you're changing something on
Yeah.
customer.
Yeah. Sure.
So we have very limited, like, in general, we don't do mutating actions. We only tell customer like this is what you're supposed to do, or this is what
Ah.
you have to do. We don't actually directly changing something. Because couple of reasons. The but we do apply the auto like actually notating stuff like unlimited increase or those kind of things. That we can have a clear understanding of what exactly customer want to do.
Okay.
We need the customer consent to do that. And I think the most important thing is like that mutating code not going to be breaking something. Like
Sure.
you limit it not going to be uh, as long as within the scope that we define, you will not breaking anything. So I think that's the most important thing is as when we're using the AI, we always need to make sure that we give the right permission to the AI tools. And
Okay.
don't allow all those kind of things to the agent.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially in the production environment. And I know, especially for your team, your role is very critical and will just get involved into the customer's environment sometimes. So it could be much more careful
Yeah,
during.
definitely.
Yeah.
In general, like a support team, we always tell customer like this is the way that we're suggesting you do. You need to fix it in this way. But we can never, like, even the human, like
Uh-huh.
even we as an engineer, we cannot actually changing something anything for the customer. We can guide customer to do something, but we cannot actually changing something on customer's behalf. We don't do that.
Okay. Sure. And also, I know your micro agent, it could be like a internal tool in a company. But what do you think the core difference is between design a internal tool agent vs an external customer facing agent? Like there are a lot of nice LLM like the CC. Yeah, it's especially for that. I'm sure you must be the users of other LM, like the customer facing agent. What do you feel the differences between two of them?
Well, I actually think there's not really too much difference
Difference.
from a technical perspective.
Uh-huh.
We just like the different scope
Yeah.
that actually building for. It's more like a permission stuff. Like the public agent is like you doing from the customer facing API call or whatever workflow that public available.
Yeah.
When you're doing the internal ones, like you have more access on the tooling uh or some like mostly on tooling you can check in more.
Yeah.
I would say from the technical perspective, there's not really too much difference.
Ah,
As from technical perspective, it's just like
okay.
you have different access to different stuff,
Yeah.
and you just like I think the goal is not change. It's just like we want to achieve something, or we
Yeah.
to achieve that, and then we define the agent.
Yeah.
This is a tool you can call how you analyze this output and how you take it from there. I think it's actually not really too much difference. It's just the scope of the
Okay.
agent and the permission of the agent is indeed something different.
Okay, but maybe, or how about you think an internal tool, the internal tool agent will be much like a vertical, usage or a machine. Also, as to the the data you feedback to or you use to training your agent, the scope, I think that could be different from a external or multi-work agent.
Yeah, I think
Right.
from the data perspective, yeah,
Ah.
of course, like the internal ones, you have more control or you have more auditing on the agent, like how the execution doing, what actually they call what actually the output is. So you have a better data point.
Ah.
Checking that and trying to see what actually failed, and to look into the details on how much we can improve or we can do
Okay.
better. While the external one, there's a couple of reasons, right? You don't want to tracking
Sure.
the customer usage, like the privacy, those kind of things, and you really count on like customer feedback.
Yeah.
If like, oh, I don't like it, sucks. I say nothing. I don't use it. Yeah, you don't get feedback, right? And you don't have too much data points sometimes to tracking those. But internally, we do have more data point or metrics to see how the execution going on. But it doesn't change in we don't track in the customer data, but we have more data point on like if it's fail, we're trying to see like what actually causing the fail. We have like what API call it make, what failed, like which step it failed. I think
Sure.
it's like a better iteration to improve the internal agent.
Okay.
Or,
I see.
Okay.
Well,
Also, there is a lot of new customer cases occurred every day. So how does this kind of new data or new case or new experience generate data feedback into your agent system to do the optimization?
well, I think it doesn't matter the new customer or existing customer. It's just
Ah.
like as long as the agent could get triggered and it gets executed, then we don't really actually identify as a new customer or it's like 10-year customer. We take it same. It should be serving as long as we put a agent to production, it should be serving customer to be success. Doesn't matter like they are enterprise customer. They are developer. I mean, they don't have developer customer anymore. Like they change in the support plan. But ideally, like every customer are the same. It doesn't matter how much they pay. We as long as the agent built into the prod, it should be doing good job for all our customers.
I see.
Okay.
So
Great,
this
great.
the data point as the same. So we don't really identify like it's a new customer.
I see. So my question will be from the customer side. So since you started using agent, what's the customer experience or feedback before vs after? Is there any difference or improve or what's the customer feeling right now?
I think it's we do have customers that they like the way that we're doing. Because there's we have a agent, we do have AWS service, the DevOps agent, that actually helping customer to able to identify the root cause and tell them the solution way faster than before. So ideally they don't need to waiting for the support engineering to kick in. They don't need to waiting for the manually troubleshooting steps. And the agent is doing a faster job for a couple of common issues that customer may facing. So I would say overall, it's a good feedback that we actually improve the timing that that we can actually identify the root cause and giving the fix suggestion or fix solution to the customer, so they can actually fix the issue to get out of the production pain. So it definitely saved me a lot of time for customer to do that.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's interesting. And also, I know at the a old manager. Oh, sorry, as a manager of the AWS, and the AWS is also at the top enterprise of the cloud industry. We all think that cloud product, the no downtime, no breakage, and the fast recovery, these were very critical even before AI just occurred. And often decide whether customers stay or leave. So from your perspective, as a support engineering, what's been the evolution of this auto diagnosis tools and systems? What's the process like?
I think the auto diagnosis tools is definitely improve the fixing time or improve the downtime if actually breaking something. But I would say it's also important from your overall architecture design
Mm-hmm.
to make it more resilience, like high availability and
Ah,
design
sure.
coverable. Also important thing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, definitely a very important responsibility as a cloud provider to now having a production done. But I think it's kind of like a shared responsibility that
Mm-hmm.
like you cannot really deploy anything
Sure.
into a single AZ or single region that just natively not failure surveillance. You cannot survive on failure.
Yeah. It's a both
Mm.
side. You
Yeah,
need that.
it's kind of like your architecture need to be designed to be high availability
Sure.
and recoverable.
Mhm.
And definitely the agent or whatever the automation tool is just like helping you to improve the troubleshooting time. If actually anything going wrong, we can quickly identify what's going wrong
Mm-hmm.
and can fix it quicker than before. But it's also very important that your overall architecture need to be high availability. Otherwise, like you always have downtime. That's just really unavoidable.
Okay. Sure. And also, what do you think the auto diagnosis system will be look like in the future?
I
Yeah.
think it'll be more smarter.
Ah,
Yeah, it will be smarter and smarter. It could be handling more complicated issue than before. Always. Uh, so it's kind of like the AI evolution this few years, right? So
Mhm.
if you think about AI, right? So
Mhm.
they can only do you tell something, they give you an answer. It's
mm-hmm.
like in question now you can do in the automating workflow. You can just give a task, you can do all the stuff. I would say the support agent or the whatever the automation that we're using on the support, you'll be going into that direction. So eventually, I would say with more improvement, I would expect it you can do more smarter or troubleshooting and resolving more complicated issue. So eventually, customer can resolving their actually problem way faster than before.
Yeah, I know. And from our side, maybe we will just all think in the future, the database maybe will just disappear, but the paradigm between the agent and the data will always stay here, stay on board. But the structure or the shape of the database will just change. Like maybe there is a agent into the database on the day one, and also which means the database itself or this cloud product will have itself have the intelligence. So if this is a certain trait, and if you think also is correct, what do you think like your team or your job, the technical support, will facing this kind of the change? What your job will be look like, or even do you think maybe there is no support team in the future at all?
I think that's a good question.
Yeah.
So first, I would say database, like whatever we have in today, like
Mhm.
not limited to database, will be
Sure.
keep same as before.
Yeah.
Agent or AI is only a tool that helping you to do things faster. It's never replacing what we're having today.
Sure. Yeah.
So I would say um, from perspective, I think
Mhm.
it's definitely can doing better work.
Mhm.
Uh, that for example, like if you have a circle database, you don't have to learn the circle
Sure.
query. Then you can do a wide circle query
Sure.
like before. So I think that will be really helping were very helpful for us to trying to gather in the data
Mhm.
what we want to do. And kind of like the web coding, you can just do like a natural language query on the database. So it's definitely more easier to grabbing the data as what we want, what we want to grab it from there without very deep knowledge on like you need to learn how the circle query looks like. You need to know how to draw in the table,
Mhm.
which you don't need to know today. Sometimes like you're just stuck in there with a syntax issue that you cannot figure out. It's not really a big blocker. But today with the AI, it can definitely doing the things for you. And you just need to really take a look on the data you query out to see if that makes sense or not. So it definitely helping us to become more productive. But whether they can actually fully replace us, maybe it could be replacing most of the job.
Yeah.
But we have to keep in mind that AI is trained by human. We cannot do self-train.
Sure.
So it have to be some people telling the AI like how to do the troubleshooting. And
So
there
you will
will
be the model of the
yeah, like the model
agent.
is
Yeah.
trained from the human. Like you
Yeah.
need to tell them how to troubleshooting, what you need to looking for.
Right.
That's the most important thing. They just can do the things way faster than human as long as you tell them like how to do that. That's a fact. But whether it's fully replaced human,
Mhm. Sure.
maybe not of them,
Yeah.
but there will always be some people there
Yeah.
to train them.
Right.
They cannot self-learning.
Okay. That's a problem. That's a problem we all facing.
So Yang, we know you your career started from AWS. You joined AWS as a cloud support associate in 2017. 8 years from there to right now as a senior level 6 team leader. But for this agent you have built, essentially let entry-level engineers can solve complex problems without understanding underlying principles. So how do you see this trade-off? Do you feel this as a threat to you?
I think it's hard to say. The challenge is always there. So if we're really looking back from 2017, there's a couple of things that the support engineer need to handle manually. And not until today, like from the day I joined, like 2017, we're trying to automating something that can be quickly uh, executed by the automation workflow. So there are always things like it's now from support perspective and also the service perspective. We're trying to automate something that customer doesn't need to be open a case to try to resolve it. And so I think that's a very important idea. Is like AWS support always trying to do for the customer. If we're seeing a train, let's say the most customer asking the same thing as a service, then there's something wrong with the service. We need to improve that. So the challenging is always there. It's not really these 2 years. The AI today is kind of like to speed it up because AI can do in more things or in a more smarter way on automation. But I think the challenge is always there. So I think if you look into the support engineering team, the issues are more complicated than the 8 years before. I think from the both direction, like we're facing the service, we improve the service, we doing the automating stuff, and customer also learn more on the AWS, so they know more, so they can fixing the issue, some of the issues, by their knowledge improvement. They know the things, and because we have the agent, they can fix by auto diagnose, and also the service that we improve it, that they don't need to open the case. We already doing the things that they need to be asked before. So we try and like it's kind of like different angle. We're trying to do the things for the customer. So the challenging is always there. That like in Amazon we're saying keep raising the bar, right? So it's kind of like two-way. We try to improve the service quality, the support quality, so the bar is keep increasing. So we always try to give better experiences to the customer. So the challenging is always there. It's not really because of the AI. AI definitely speed it up.
Yeah.
But the challenge is always there. And we always say like every day is day one. It's very true because we have new stuff every day, and we improved support and the service every day. So every day is a challenge because every day we're doing better than yesterday.
So
So
just
it's
you need to stay
yeah,
hungry.
the challenge is always there. It's
Yeah.
always not just today. Not because of the AI. Before the AI, same thing. It's just like maybe a little bit slower before.
It's more powerful.
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
faster because the AI.
Sure.
The AI is doing way better.
Yeah.
Or it's just like
Okay.
So as of right now, so we know you, right? When you go to senior level, you definitely need to mentor the new hires to teach them how to onboarding and keep growing, keep getting better. So but you mentioned, right, the agent already take a lot of job, make move faster. So right now you're still mentoring new hires, or what's the any difference, or you or nothing changed?
I actually don't mentoring new hires now. As a senior engineer. I think it's a good question that I would say learn deep is not a bad thing, period. Because you always need to understand the stuff. But definitely there are something that as from support perspective or from customer experiences perspective, you always want giving a fast responding to the customer, because ideally customer don't want to waiting for hours
Sure.
Right.
without a solution, right? That's the nature of the support, right? But I think it's not a conflict. You can escalate it to the senior engineer, but the most important thing is like you need to learn from there, like how senior engineer handle the stuff, what they do in the troubleshooting, or what they're looking for the issue, what they're looking at the issues, how they try to identify what might go wrong. I think that's a very important thing that you can learn when you're working with a senior engineer or tenured engineer on how they do the troubleshooting, and you can always learn it from there.
So your advice for them is just that they need to act like a coin. They have two sides, and for first one side they need to feedback to the customer as fast as possible, and just after that they need to think deeper and find the the explanation or the background reason about that.
Yeah, exactly. So you always need to know why actually going wrong, why it happens. AI is always a tool that speed up your troubleshooting or whatever you do. I would never do AI blindly for some area that I never know. Like we don't know, because you never know what AI gonna tell you.
Sure.
I think that's a very important thing. It's like they need to understand that AI is just a tool helping you do things faster. You should never count on AI to do something that you don't know.
Great answer.
Not just support. Everywhere you should be.
Yeah, I like this question. I like this answer. So good answer. All right, now let's move to final section. Right, principal playbook. 3 questions.
Okay, the first one is just if they're a startup and they won't have a support agent right now, what's your top advice? There is one point. Don't ever do this from your experience.
Well, if you build an agent, like I think the most important thing is like permission. Don't give too much things on the agent.
Okay.
And what else? I think that's the most important thing. Like, you need to understand what the agent, what the problem you're trying to resolve, what you're building on.
Workflow,
Right? You need to be very clear on what agent can help you. I think the same thing as I mentioned. You need to like you just try to build things to make you making your work more efficiency. You never build something that you don't know. That's very important things. If you don't know, you should be finding some people that are actually knowing that and then build stuff. Don't do something that you don't know. It's going to be very dangerous stuff. Permission is always the important things. Don't give AI all the stuff, like especially the agent. Yeah, I think that's the most true advisor. One thing that I can give. I don't have the third one.
Great. All right, question 2. If you could rebuild your first micro agent, knowing what you know right now, what would you set up on day one that you regret not having?
That's a good question. I think if we want to do it again, we definitely have a more overview about like what we're trying to resolve. And we'll definitely find a better workflow that we can actually identify. But I think it's I think as I mentioned, you can always do it better. You always identify the issue. Like initially, you're thinking this is the best way you can do that, and after you play it, after you have different execution or different learning stuff, you realize that this is not the best solution that we can give. So it's always that we can do it better. So I wouldn't really think like we can do it actually better if we do it again. Consider that we don't have the knowledge at that point. But if we bring the knowledge today and go back to the past, as you have a time machine, right? That is not possible. Right? We can do it better. Yeah. So I wouldn't really say that we can do it better. We always do it better, but like you always realize you're not doing good once you actually building something, and then you improve on that.
Okay, nice. And the third one for the job hunter in the campus, I know you're basically like a full stack engineering, and to them, what do you think? Like there's a lot of the knowledge here, like the traditional networking, the AWS certification, and the LLM and data analysis. What's your priority for, if you give the suggestion to them to rank them?
I wouldn't really say it's priority stuff because it's just basically as a senior engineer, we're doing different stuff. Starting from the networking, and when you become senior engineer, you're doing more on kind of like high level stuff, like overall improvement as from the support perspective, not a specific case or those kind of things. I would say it's not really which one is better than the other stuff. Everything is important. It's really like what you want to focus on. Like traditional networking is important if you want to go the networking direction, because you need to know the traditional stuff. Then you know the modern stuff like the VPC or those kind of, because eventually those are building on the traditional networking. I wouldn't. You need to know that, even though you don't need that down the video. But that doesn't really mean you don't need to know the knowledge.
You need to know the full picture.
Yeah, you need to understand the fundamental stuff. Then you know what we're building on top of that. You have a big picture on understanding how the actual things working together. And the LLM engineering, I think it's important today that you need to know AI. You need to know how to use that. You don't have to learn. You don't have to know how to build an agent or how to build an MCP. That's a plus for sure. But you have to, especially if you just starting from beginning, you don't have to know that much deep, but you really need to know like how you could be efficiently using the AI to improve your efficiency. That's the most important thing. So you need to know what agent you should be using, what MCP you should be using to improve that. Once you're doing that, then you can learn more like how I can build an agent, why agent this way. Then you can start this agent doesn't fit what exactly I want. I want to improve that. You will be starting that way, I would say.
It's a long way,
Yeah, it's a long way. It's like you need to, you need to still learn the basic stuff, the fundamental stuff, to understanding all the things. Then you starting building on top of that.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, analysis is really a business demand. I think if you just if you new grad or those kind of things, you probably don't have chance to touch in that. But once you become more senior, that you will learn from your work. Actually, like you will be touching the data and you will learn how to analyze those. I think that's figure that out. I don't think you need to start at the beginning on that. AWS third is a plus, I would say. It doesn't really necessarily means you have to that. Maybe if you're looking for a job, they may be looking on that on your resume. But the most important thing is you learn knowledge. Certificate is just something that kind of like a proof you know the things.
Sure.
But like I don't have all the certificate. I mean, they just expired, right? They just expired.
Okay. Get that.
No,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean I don't know the things, right? So you kind of
Sure.
like, if I want to recertify, I can do that. So I think that's the most important thing, that you have the knowledge, you have the ability to do the things. Certificate is kind of like you prove yourself to other people who don't know you or who first time touch into you, because you have to have something to show them. But I think the most important thing is you know the thing. That's the most important thing.
Sure. That's a real suggestion. Yeah. Okay.
Great. Thank you so much, Yang. So yeah, let's do a quick recap. So today, thank you so much, Yang. You know, he shared his experience, his career journey, his knowledge, and his vision about the AI right now. So we learned the support. He's the support engineer reality of agent deployment, the data quality as hidden bottleneck, the platform responsibility for the boundaries. Yeah. So in the end of our episode, our show, we always have a bet. So let's make a bet, Yang. By the end of 2027, what do you think? AWS support engineer headcount will go up or go down?
So what do you think?
I think might go up.
Really?
Because your business is keep growing, right? You need more people.
Okay.
But I want to hear your vision, your answer.
If you want to go up, then I'm with you. I would say it will be going down.
Music going down. Okay, got it.
Okay. I will be the witness to this bet. Okay. Okay. At the family, thanks again for Yang in this very rich hour. Okay. Real experience from the first line of a business theory. This is the Data4AI Crosstalk. Hope to see you next episode. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.